Ladies and gentlemen, poštovane dame I gospodo, welcome to the flag-raising ceremony in commemoration of the Statehood Day of the Republic of Croatia and Croatian Heritage Day in Ontario. Dobrodošli na svečanost podizanja hrvatske zastave povodom obilježavanja Dana državnosti Republike Hrvatske i Dana hrvatske baštine u Ontariju. My name is Dubravka Medved and I will be your MC today. We are delighted by your presence today at this significant occasion, which symbolizes our deep-seated collaboration and friendship, rooted in mutual respect and shared principles and values. Croatia, with its unique location and natural beauties, as well as rich history and heritage, is an integral part of the United Europe, contributing to its diverse tapestry. We extend a warm welcome to our European and international partners and friends from the Consular Corps, who have graciously joined us here today. The Ontario Legislative Assembly stands as a cornerstone of democracy, embodying the diverse tapestry of Ontario's population. As the highest legislative body in the province, it serves as a forum where representatives from various backgrounds and communities convene to debate, legislate, and shape the future of Ontario. I would like to invite the Speaker of the Legislative Assembly of Ontario, the Honorable Ted Arnott, to deliver his remarks.
Thank you. Consuls General, members of Provincial Parliament, ladies and gentlemen, bonjour et bienvenue, good afternoon and welcome. Dobar dan. It's my great pleasure as Speaker of the Legislative Assembly of Ontario to join you today as we gather to celebrate Croatia's National Day, known as Statehood Day, as well as Croatian Heritage Day in Ontario, and raise the flag of Croatia here at Queen's Park. And I know that I speak for all 124 members of Provincial Parliament when I say that we're delighted that you're here at the Legislative Assembly, our seat of government, and the majestic symbol of parliamentary democracy in our province. And I know that I want to acknowledge that we are meeting on lands traditionally inhabited by Indigenous peoples. We pay our respects to the many Indigenous nations who've gathered here and who continue to gather here, including the Mississaugas of the Credit. Every year on May the 30th, Croatian Canadians mark Statehood Day to remember the 1990 election of the first multi-party Croatian parliament. Canada and Croatia established diplomatic relations in 1993, soon after Croatia declared its independence, and our relationship has been strong and growing ever since. There are over 134,000 people in Canada of Croatian heritage, and many of them call Ontario home. Diversity has been and remains one of Ontario's great strengths. La diversité était et demeure une des grandes forces de l'Ontario. Et aujourd'hui, c'est un grand privilège pour moi d'être ici avec vous. So today we recognize and celebrate the important contributions that Croatian Canadians have made to Ontario. We're grateful for all that you've done and all that you continue to do to strengthen our beloved province. Now, it's my honor to call forward the Consul General of the Republic of Croatia in Mississauga, Mr. Ante Jovic, to present a certificate in recognition of this special day. And it reads as follows. In celebration of the National Day of the Republic of Croatia, it's my great pleasure on behalf of the Legislative Assembly of Ontario to send you our heartfelt congratulations for this important occasion. Thank you very much and happy Statehood Day.
Croatian Consulate General in Mississauga serves as a vital hub for the Croatian community in Ontario, providing important services, support, and a sense of connection to their homeland. Beyond its role in serving Croatian citizens living in the province, the Consulate General plays a crucial role in fostering international cooperation and strengthening the bonds between Croatia and Ontario. I now invite Consul General of the Republic of Croatia, Ante Jovic, to deliver his remarks.
Dear Mr. Speaker, dear members of the Provincial Parliament, Mayor of Kitchener, Urbanović, Consul General and members of the Consular Corps, distinguished guests, poštovane Hrvatice I Hrvati, thank you, Mr. Speaker, for your words of acknowledgement, and thank you for hosting us on this important occasion for us. Croatian Statehood Day, observed on May the 30th, holds profound significance in our nation's history, as it marks the emergence of democracy following years of oppressive communist rule. This pivotal day commemorates the constitution of the first democratically elected Croatian parliament in 1990, symbolizing a triumph of freedom and self-determination, heralding a new era of democratic governance and individual liberties. As we come together to commemorate our National Day, we reflect on the path filled with many hardships, still remembered by many of us because Croatia's independence didn't come without a price. We recognize the immense contribution of Croatian veterans who defended our country during the Homeland War and extend our enduring gratitude to them. 34 years ago, Croatians were adamant about joining the club of which Canada and of course Ontario were already a member, the club of free and democratic countries. Croatians in Ontario and Canada back then knew what it meant to live in democracy and didn't hesitate to help. I wish to recognize their invaluable role and the unwavering support which was instrumental in advocating for Croatia's independence and global recognition 3 decades ago, as well as aiding the Croatian government and its people during the challenging times of the 1990s and the Homeland War. For their steadfast dedication and contribution, I extend my heartfelt gratitude and appreciation. Together, we stand as a testament to the enduring strength of our heritage and identity. Now, preparing for this, I thought about what makes Ontario special and what connects us the most. A part of it is without a doubt our natural beauties, with, of course, Ontario coming in an extra large packaging, while Croatia comes in a size small, but only geographically. It is also the universal values of democracy, rule of law, and human rights that we share and that bind us. But above all, it's the people. Ontario's strength lies in its ability to embrace diversity and turn it into its advantage. Ontario is one, but its social fabric and identity are comprised of many. Croatians coming to Ontario for about 100 years have experienced and are a part of it. From the first immigration wave to the mines of North in Schumacher and Timmins to the steel factories of South and Hamilton, Croatians have been working with great effort, embedding themselves into the very essence of Ontario. From Sault Ste. Marie through Croatia Street here in Toronto, further on to Niagara and Windsor, Croatians have left an indelible mark on Ontario, leaving a trail of red and white checkers behind them. If you're a hockey fan, you have surely heard of Frank and Peter Mahovlich, legendary players and Hall of Famers winning multiple Stanley Cups. Those into boxing must have heard of Joe Čuvalo, former professional boxer, 5-time Canadian heavyweight champion. Business people know about Robert Herjavec and Viktor Dodik, and many soccer-loving Ontarians are proud of the Toronto Metros Croatia, a Croatian-Ontarian soccer team from Toronto who won the North American Soccer Bowl in 1976, making them the only Ontario team and one of only 2 Canadian teams ever to win the North American Soccer League. These are just some of the many Croatians who have left their mark on Ontario. But why do I mention them? Because the Ontario Legislative Assembly recently passed the Croatian Heritage Day Act, proclaiming May the 30th each year Croatian Heritage Day in Ontario, making the date a double feature, Croatian Statehood Day and Croatian Heritage Day in Ontario. Introduced to the Parliament by MPP Donna Skelly from Flamborough Glanbrook in Hamilton, with a wide support of the Croatian community and organizations across Ontario, this landmark legislation comes as a recognition of the invaluable contributions made by Croatians to the rich tapestry of Ontario's cultural, social, and economic landscape. The coinciding of Croatian Heritage Day with Croatian Statehood Day holds profound symbolism. It underscores the bond between Croatia and its diaspora, highlighting the enduring ties that bind us across oceans and generations. Croatian Heritage Day is also a token of friendship and cooperation between Canada and Croatia. The ties between our two countries are built upon solid grounds and shared values of freedom, democracy, and commitment to human rights. Looking ahead, the prospects for future cooperation between Croatia and Canada are ripe with promise and potential. As we navigate the complexities of a rapidly changing global landscape, our shared commitment to advancing common goals and addressing global challenges will serve as the cornerstone of our continued partnership. The members of the Zrinski Frankopan Ensemble from Toronto, Tatiana and Robert, our musical support sisters Tina and Mia, as well as all of the Croatian community members present here today, are great examples of the role Croatian Canadians play in preserving their heritage, enriching Ontario, and bringing our countries and peoples together. Thank you for participating in the ceremony. I wish to offer a heartfelt congratulations and thank you to Donna Skelly, who, although not being of Croatian descent, appreciates the rich Croatian heritage in Ontario and especially in Hamilton, for introducing the bill to the Parliament and investing efforts in having it passed. Thank you, Donna. And of course, I wish to thank the Ontario Legislative Assembly and its Speaker for hosting us here today and for passing the Croatian Heritage Day Act. A big thank you to my colleagues, Consul General and Consulate representatives, for being a part of this event today. And lastly, but not least, of course, thank you to the members of the Croatian community for all the work, for all the support to this bill, and for taking the time to be here today and celebrate our National and Heritage Day. In conclusion, my message is going to be short, clear, and sweet. Happy Croatian Statehood Day and Happy Croatian Heritage Day in Ontario. Sretan dan Državnosti Republike Hrvatske i sretan dan hrvatske baštine u Ontariju. Thank you all. Hvala svima.
Thank you, Consul General. I now invite Consul General Ante Jovic to come to the flagpole where he will raise the Croatian flag as Ms. Mia Milicevic and Ms. Tina Brnadic perform the national anthems of Croatia and Canada.
Junačka zemljo mila, stare slave djedovino, da bi vas da sretna bila, milaka nosi nam slavna, mila si nam ti jedina. Mila kuda si nam ravna, mila kuda si planina, teci Dravo, Savo teci, niti Dunav silu gubi, sine more svijetu reci, da svoj narod Hrvat ljubi, dok mu nive sunce grije, dok mu grad naše buravije, dok mu mrtve grobak krije, dok mu živo srce bije. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us commands, car ton bras se porte le veille, il s'est porté la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants espoirs. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Ontario political parties play a pivotal role in shaping the landscape and trajectory of the province, serving as the vehicles through which diverse political visions are articulated and advanced. These parties represent a spectrum of perspectives and provide platforms for citizens to engage in the democratic process, express their preferences, and influence policymaking. Their representatives are with us today to acknowledge and join us in celebrating the Croatian Statehood Day and Croatian Heritage Day in Ontario. First, I would like to invite Donna Skelly, who introduced the Croatian Heritage Day Act to the Parliament, to deliver remarks on behalf of the Progressive Conservative Party of Ontario.
Thank you. Thank you. What a beautiful day to be here celebrating Bill 81 and Croatian National Heritage Day. I want to acknowledge we're all going to be speaking, all representatives from the different parties here at the legislature, but my colleagues that have joined us here from the Conservative Caucus. From Mississauga Lakeshore is Rudy Cazzetto. And over here, Steve Clark is from, don't tell me, Thousand Islands, Rideau Lakes. Hang on. Leeds, Grenville, Thousand Islands, Rideau Lakes. That's the one, yeah. Andrew Dowie, Windsor, Tecumseh. Natalia Kusendova is from Kusendova Bashta is from Mississauga Center, and Brian Saunderson from Simcoe Grey. And I'm Donna Skelly. I was fortunate enough to work with Consul General Ante Jovic, who all of you, if you know Ante, he is dedicated and was absolutely committed to ensuring that we were going to celebrate Croatian National Heritage Day here in Ontario. And he worked tirelessly. I had the pleasure of working alongside him for about over a year now, I guess, getting the bill passed. But I also had the pleasure of working with members of the Croatian community, many of whom are from Hamilton. We have, without a doubt, the most beautiful community sports center anywhere in Canada. Yes, it's true, the Croatian Community Sports Center. It is absolutely breathtaking. And what's really interesting, when you all, and I'm sure you'll all want to come and visit us, it's in my writing, when you come to Hamilton, to the center, you'll notice one thing that really stands out, and that is the different generations and how involved young Croatians are. Not only celebrating their own culture, but inviting other people from other cultures to understand and to share in all of the wonderful things that Croatian Canadians bring to our community, to Ontario, and to my community in Hamilton. And again, I want to thank you, Ante, for allowing me to be part of Bill 81. I am so proud that we are here today and enjoying Croatian Statehood Day and Croatian Heritage Day in Ontario. And I have the pleasure of also presenting Consul General with a certificate from the Premier, Croatian Statehood Day and Croatian Heritage Day in Ontario, Consulate General of Croatia in Toronto. Warm greetings to everyone celebrating Croatian Statehood Day and Croatian Heritage Day. Croatian Statehood Day holds great significance for the Croatian community in Ontario and beyond. It is a time to reflect on the journey of Croatia and to celebrate its rich culture and heritage. Today we also celebrate the passage of a landmark legislation in the Ontario Parliament declaring May 30th as Croatian Heritage Day in Ontario. This momentous decision formalizes the enduring presence of the Croatian community in our province and their invaluable contributions to Ontario's cultural tapestry. Many thanks to Consul General Ante Jovic for his invaluable support. The people of Ontario are proud to join you in marking this significant occasion. Happy Croatian Statehood Day and Croatian Heritage Day, Doug Ford, Premier.
Thank you, Ms. Kelly. On behalf of the New Democratic Party of Ontario, please welcome MPP Catherine Fife.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Catherine Fife. I'm the MPP for Waterloo, and I'm here on behalf of Marit Stiles, the leader of the official opposition here in Ontario. Stravo, yeah? Stravo? May 30th is Croatian Heritage Day here in Ontario, and I want to thank my colleague Donna Skelly for bringing forward this important motion. Of course, the official opposition was very pleased and proud to support that. There are vibrant communities throughout the province, including in my riding of Waterloo and, of course, KW, Kitchener-Waterloo. We have a very active Croatian club with over 150 members, and on June 1st, there's actually an upcoming community picnic and annual tournament, and the community shows up for each other. In 1988, an agreement between the Croatian community and the University of Waterloo established the Department for the Croatian Language and Culture. And as we learned here yesterday, language is culture, and I must confess, watching our Mayor of Kitchener sing the national anthem in his native language is very powerful. The department offers courses on the Croatian language, literature, history, culture, and programs, and this is actually very unique to the University of Waterloo. Croatian cultural organizations in Ontario have played a vital role in preserving and promoting Croatian heritage through festivals, events, and education. And in the political realm, Croatians have held positions of influence and have worked tirelessly to advocate for the rights of their community, like our very own Kitchener Mayor, Barry Verbanovic, who is a proud Croatian. It's an honor to celebrate your achievements and to the community for the entire community on behalf of our leader, Marit Stiles, and the NDP, Havala. Is that right? Yeah? All right. I also have a scroll on behalf of Marit Stiles.
Thank you, MPP Fife. Now please welcome MPP John Fraser, representing the Liberal Party of Ontario.
Dobar dan. Good afternoon. Bon après-midi. We're gathered here today to celebrate Croatian Heritage Day in Ontario, recognized on the 30th May. In Croatia, May 30th marks Statehood Day as the day in 1990 the first democratically elected multi-party parliament was constituted. And it celebrates Croatia's independence from communism, and it's recognized as a state holiday where wreaths are laid, candles are lit, the sacrifices of many are remembered. And Croatians have endured many hardships fighting for independence for their nation. And at the same time, they continue to embrace their history and their heritage and their culture. And that's very important. Now, Croatians have been coming to Ontario for quite some time, and we've heard earlier about many of them came to work in the mines and the steel mills to try and earn enough money to get back home. And so there's a rich heritage and history here. I've got a couple personal connections, so I'm just going to divert from my text here, because Veronica Saramet, who works for me, is right there, and she's here with her dad, Frank, brother Daniel, and Ivana, who is visiting from Croatia, who's there somewhere. So it'll be nice for her to see the flag raised here. And so the second thing is, my son James, my youngest son James, is a Croatian football fan. And it started when he was in high school. And so he's 39 now. So I had to call him yesterday. He says, well, tell them I have at least 6 jerseys that range from medium to extra large. He still has all his jerseys. And so that's not the whole story. So about 4 or 5 years ago, James took a holiday to Croatia for 3 weeks. He traveled all over. He got engaged to his wife, Sarah, just outside Dubrovnik. So it's a special place for him. So when I asked him last night, he said, well, why did you want to go? He says, well, the Adriatic Sea, the history, the Great Wall. He said, the churches are incredible. And he said, you know, I'm going to go back. So he said, ask anybody if they have any family back home, because he might want to hang out, get some hospitality. That's James, though. James is very thrifty. So I'd like to end with this quote from a former Croatian politician, Stefan Radic. A people without a culture is a people without a future. Today, we recognize and celebrate Croatia's independence, deep-rooted heritage, and a wonderful culture here in Ontario. So I wish you all a great Croatian Heritage Day. Thank you very much. Merci. Ivala? I also have a scroll here to present to the Consul General on behalf of my colleagues and our leader, Bonnie Crownby.
Thank you, MPP Fraser. On behalf of the Green Party of Ontario, please welcome MPP Aisling Clancy.
Hvala, dobar dan. Thank you so much for having me today. I'm especially grateful. I was a settlement worker for a long time, and during the time when many folks from Croatia were making Kitchener their new home. And I had the pleasure of working with our wonderful mayor, who I think is not just the mayor of Kitchener, I think you're the mayor of all Croatians across Ontario. So he's I think, a wonderful example of the courage and pride of your community and how you share your leadership, not just locally where you live, but broadly across many of the communities, and the interconnection between the Croatian communities across Ontario. So glad he's here today to celebrate with that with us. I've learned a lot about Croatia from him as well. And you know, in those years that I worked with many folks from Croatia, I got to learn so much about how you really are the answer to a lot of the ills we face today. You know, social isolation is a big problem. I don't think that's a problem in Croatia or with the Croatians here. You take the interconnectedness, the community, the time spent together over awesome food and drink very seriously, and I think that's why you'll all live long lives. It's a beautiful country, and I think of the baby that's here today in his beautiful Croatian onesie, and I know that's why we are doing what we do. And thank you, Donna Skelly, for bringing this day forward. I think what Croatia does really well, and we want to spread across many ethnocultural communities, is how to build strong roots for young people so that they can fly and they can feel proud of speaking Croatian as a superpower, about the strength of their community that supports them through good times and bad, and just the fighting for democracy. I think that's an added layer that I'll remember today. So thanks to all of you who took time out of your day to come and celebrate this, and to our next generation who gets to reap the rewards of the strong efforts made by the pioneers here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Clancy. As the ceremony draws to an end, let us acknowledge the community members who helped adorn it with their participation. I'm sure some of you are intrigued by the sight of these unique costumes, a rare sight amidst the busy streets of Toronto. For those curious about their significance and the individuals who proudly wear them, allow us to shed some light. These are Croatian traditional costumes, donned by the esteemed members of the Croatian folklore ensemble Zrinski Frankopan, Tatjana and Robert, representing the vibrant Croatian heritage right here in Toronto. Thank you, Tatjana and Robert. Our musical support is embodied in sisters Tina and Mia, who are not only gifted singers but also advocates of their Croatian heritage. Actively involved in the vibrant Croatian community, they dedicate their time and talents to preserving and promoting Croatian language as teachers and heritage in other roles, leaving a lasting impact on the Croatian community. Thank you, Tina and Mia. Dear guests, with this we conclude today's ceremony. Thank you for being a part of the ceremony and sharing in our joy. I now invite you all to join us by the flagpole for a family photo. Hvala vam što ste danas bili s nama i svojom nazočnošću uveličali ovu prigodu. Molim vas da nam se pridružite kod jarbola za zajedničku fotografiju.
We don't want to lose this tradition. It's fun, it's excitable, it's full of energy.
Šijavico igra mi te čačaj, hoću i ja pa osta bez gača. U mom selu, u mom kraju staro mladodica, od vikova pamte znaju šta je šijavica. Pisme gange i derneci oli prela lipa, nigo bane šikoviri šijavica cipa. Šije šete, riđi lete i rukavi odljekete. Moja! Kao ruka sine, stošne sa visine, puca banak vino prska, čija je igra drska. Žestoka je, krvava je, prstima se punti broje. A na kraju kokoš pura vruća, pa zbukaron udri do svanuća. Šiješete oto nove cinke kvadro tuti, igre brajo šijaj kume, samo mi ne muti. Šiješete i čilete i rukavi odjakete. Hajde! Kao ruka sine, stološine sa visine, punca banak vino prska, šijanje je igra drska. Žestoka je, krvava je, prstima se punti broje, a na kraju kokoš pura vruća, pa zbukaron udri do svanuća. Oj, Zagoro, dalmatinska lipa, sika slika, u tebi će šijavica igrat se